Hello Internet and welcome back to my Sky Island playthrough of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. On the last episode we started our new expedition and we looted a nearby farmhouse. We actually landed in the same place as our previous expedition, so our main goal was reaching our cube van from our previous playthrough. Now we did find a pickup truck to aid us in that endeavor, and now we've made it to our cube van. And with that, I guess we're back. Everyone welcome back. So my plan as it stands is our extraction's very close and it's a place we've explored before. We know there's really not any zombies there, whatever. Actually, there were zombies here now that I think about it, because remember that horde had headed off and we spotted them as we drove through here. Whatever, we can deal with that in the future. For now, we're going to go back to this town and probably just loot a couple of houses that we can access. We're going to get as much loot as possible. We're going to go back to the refugee center, grab probably more ammunition, maybe welding rods. I don't know, maybe they have other tools we missed the first time around. And then we're going to head to extraction, and that should, hopefully that should take us exactly the 2 hours required to do the expedition. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now before we depart, we should check our pickup truck and make sure we took everything that we wanted. Large fire extinguisher, these can be deconstructed for a jerry can, which is pretty handy to have a jerry can. I don't actually see the deconstruction, repair, disassembly, there we go. 3 scrap metal, 1 rubber hose, and 1 steel jerry can. But it's 20 liters, so we probably wouldn't take it back with us, and we'll grab it, I guess, and we'll grab the rubber hose now that I think about it, although we don't really need gasoline back on the Sky Island, so I don't know that we necessarily need these things, but we can drop this stuff that we picked up. Actually, just tab drop everything. Oh, it's T now, that's right, T to drop everything. And we actually want to keep that screwdriver on us, and we'll favorite that just so that we can keep that on us for deconstructing. Now in the last episode we talked about harvesting that solar panel as we go by the evac shelter. Not these are populated, but this evac shelter here should have a solar panel on the roof in addition to the rations and things that we would want to take from there. So we're probably going to do that, and I forgot that we actually made in the previous episode a makeshift crowbar. So if I go into advanced inventory, hit A to look at all surrounding tiles, and we search for crowbar. Oh, I must have dropped it. Maybe we sold it to Smokes or something, but there should be materials in that location to make a crowbar, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. So let's get on the road, because I'm tired of playing very slow, and hopefully no one's frustrated by that. Speaking of frustrated, I have a question for you, Internet, regarding the dog that you might hear howling in the background throughout the course of this video. These are the scorched zombies, correct? Yes. So we did see a mass grave over there. We're not going to mess with that. We can do a drive-by and just see maybe... I said in the last episode I didn't want to take a flamethrower because of the danger inherent to setting things on fire, but if we glance down and see like a soldier zombie corpse or something, doesn't look like there's anything there. What even is this? What is this? It looks like a person, but it's not a person, I don't think. Battlefield Cross, a makeshift memorial marker made of a service rifle buried in the dirt or nestled in a pair of boots with a helmet perched on the top. So could we harvest this for a military rifle is the question. And in order to find that out, we're gonna circle back around. Oh, I'm backing up apparently. I did not realize I was backing up. Let's not back up into boulders or whatever. And we're going to go west here, and we're going to lure them all kind of in this direction. Hopefully, oh no, they're going to go attack that fly, which unfortunately means, oh, they just can't see me. Probably means we can't slip out and deconstruct this. If we have a look, you can't construct while in a vehicle. I was just going to look and see how long simple deconstruction takes, because we would love to grab another military style rifle. Would just be wonderful. I don't think that we're going to be able to do that, and presumably if you're making a grave marker for your buddy who fell in combat, you're probably not going to leave ammunition in it. But we're going to pop out and see if we can take a look at this, and if it takes, yes, scorched zombies we see, that's fine. And if it takes a long time, deconstruct simple furniture, 1 second. So if we grab, it's an M4 with 1 attachment, probably a sling would be my guess. No, it has an upper receiver and no other gun mods, so that must be the +1. I'm not sure what the upper receiver is even on here for. Doesn't it require a receiver to be fired in the first? I don't know guns, maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, it looks like they took the magazine out of this weapon, and unfortunately, of course, would take the ammunition. That's what I was saying. You wouldn't bury your friend and leave a bunch of bullets behind in the zombie apocalypse. But regardless, an M4 has quite a lot of value, even happen on its own. What's the barter price? $50, so we can use this with the merchant if nothing else. And the army helmet is going to be better than the hard hat that we're wearing currently. I'll have to look at their coverages and make sure, and see the encumbrance and stuff and see what that is a problem or not. But for now, that's a non-issue. So let's run back in here, close the door, and get back on the road. So yeah, I have a question for you. There's a dog howling in the background. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video or not. I always try my best to edit those things out with like denoise and stuff like that, but it's really howling today. And it's a dog up the street. Now for me, it's a frustration, but ultimately, I'm pretty big believer that I shouldn't tell people how to handle their animals unless there's like significant negligence or abuse or something like that. People get very huffy when you try to tell them how to raise their pets. But so basically up the street here, I live in a small town of a few hundred people. Up the street, it's a residential area, and these people keep their dog outside 24/7. Now, important context, lately where I live, it's been getting a lot of snow. I think last night when I came home from work, it was about 8 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill that put it in to be negative 10 or something like that. We had a ton of snow this week. I think we had about 4 inches, which by the way, I was driving in that all night for work. That was a lot of fun in the driving snow on the unplowed roads in my terrible little vehicle. We do need sand for one of our constructions back on the Sky Island. So I'm going to take a look here and see, how do you harvest sand? Extract sand, tool with digging, mound of sand, or sand. So we don't have a digging tool, but can we still make the digging stick? It requires a plank or a stick, and we have a knife, so we should just be able to pop up here and grab a stick from the forest, would be my expectation. There's a stick right there. Thank you, stick, for your contribution to our endeavor. How long does extracting sand take? 5 minutes, 24 seconds? I did not pull up my cheat sheet. Maybe I should pull up my cheat sheet and see how much of it we need exactly. Now that I'm looking, I don't actually see anything that requires sand. I thought for sure we had one that required it. Maybe it was the alpha container. No? None of these require sand, huh? Glass shards, sharp rock, pebbles, sticks. Yeah, I guess none of them do need sand. I'm not sure where I saw sand listed. Apparently we don't need that. I feel so sure that we needed sand for something, but it's not on my list. I guess we're gonna leave and just not do that, because it would take 5 minutes to do that, plus crafting the digging stick, and I don't know how much sand we would want to take. Can't really think of anything we need to take sand for other than for if we had to upgrade something. So if it's not on my list, I'm just gonna go. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake here, because sand isn't the easiest thing to find, but okay. So we'll just get back on the road here. In fact, we need some rocks, so why don't we grab some more rocks while we're here, because we know we have to smash some to get pebbles and things as well. So we'll just grab these large rocks and have a look, see if there's a sharp rock around. Looks like there might be. Flaking rock. Well, I don't know what you do with that, but okay, we'll grab some rocks. Yeah, so this dog is left outside 24/7. Unfortunately, it's been very cold, and it's been quite a lot of snow. I don't know if it has a dog house. I'm not even sure what house that it belongs to up here. But my family is very frustrated by the dog barking and howling, and it does this basically 24/7. No matter what time of day it is, the dog is howling. It doesn't matter if someone's walking by or if it seems to just be alone or what. It just is losing its little mind, basically. And I think the other day as well, it got out of whatever enclosure they keep it in, and it was wandering in the road and had to be returned to them. So obviously, in my opinion, these people don't seem to care about their pet, which is a very frustrating thing. I'm a pretty firm believer that if you value your pets, you should keep them indoors, and not, I grew up knowing kids that had 4 dogs just in their backyard, and each of them had this little ramshackle house, and they stayed out there day and night and all winter and all that stuff, which I found very frustrating. But again, people get very angry when you tell them, you should do this or you should do that with your pet. So I'm usually pretty hesitant to tell people, hey, you should keep your pet indoors or whatever. We still need a sharp rock. Are they craftable? Sharp rock requires a flaking rock. Great. They used to be just, you could find them in fields, but we can just make one. And that should take care of all of our rock requirements. The only other thing we need is the pebbles, which again, we can craft those. Sorry if I'm getting away from the mic here. We need twigs, which we had enough at base, and we're going to take sticks and stuff anyway in the lumberjack bag. 10 rocks, 10 pebble, 1 sharp rock, 4 scrap metal, which we had back at base, and we need withered plants. Why don't we grab withered plants as well while I'm here so that I don't forget about it once we get away from these forested areas? And I don't think you can damage your weapon smashing the underbrush, but let's wield something else just in case. I mean, what don't we care about? A large rock has 28 bash. We'll store our baseball bat. And my family has often said, because it's been like this for months, like I don't know when they got the dog, but it's been basically whimpering and crying. Okay, this rock is so big it's causing us, it's 34 pounds. That is indeed a large rock. That's my bad. Let's wield a smaller rock. Only has 7 bash, or we can use the stick. We can use the stick to smash. I guess we have enough withered plants, so it doesn't really matter. You can't smash grass, apparently. And it's been months of this dog just like, you know, whining and crying and barking and all this stuff. And we live in a town, so like, I don't think there's like a noise ordinance or anything against pets, even though there probably should be. But my family has often said like, oh, we should call the police. Obviously they're not taking care of their animal. You know, it's 8 degrees outside. We should, you know, help this poor thing. But my whole thing is like, I'm very hesitant to call the police on a person because I don't, like, you know, I don't want to get political, but I don't have a lot of faith in the police to be decent people. And the idea that, you know, you would call the cops on someone and that could potentially escalate into a very dangerous situation for that person, I don't want to do that. I mean, I would if someone was like home invading us or something. Of course, we'd call the police, but I'm not going to call the cops on somebody whose dog's barking. That's kind of crazy, you know? Like, what do you even do in this situation? My family's like, we should call someone. And I keep telling them, like, no, just, you know, if we knew them, we could go up the street and be like, hey, I'm concerned for your animal or whatever. But I'm not going to call the cops. I think that's like an extreme sort of reaction to that. Again, I just think that, you know, anytime the police are called for really any situation at all, it has the potential to escalate to something very dangerous, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. But the dog's been howling for like an hour and a half now. It sounds like it's chilled out, or maybe I just can't hear it with my headphones on. Hopefully it's not coming through in the recording, but I don't know. What would you do in this situation? Because I feel like even going up to the house when I don't know these people, I'm not going to go up to their house and be like, hey, you need to keep your dog inside or quiet or whatever because you seem to be a terrible pet owner. I feel like that's just inviting aggression from those people, and I don't really want that, because I would be mad if somebody came up to my house and was like, hey, I noticed your dog's overweight. You should be a better pet parent or whatever. I think it's a little different, but I also, you know, I think my family wanting to call someone is a bit extreme. And who do you call? Like, what are you going to call animal services? Do we even have that? We live in a very rural area. We don't even have like, I'm sure we don't have like animal control like most people. I would guess our people just pick up roadkill as probably the majority of their job. All right, so here we're going to take basically every protein ration, and we're going to take bottles of water as well. We don't really need them, but there's no reason not to take them with us. I'm going to guess that the emergency materials have a very low money to them, or barter value to them, so I don't think we're going to be taking any of that stuff. Protein rations have value, 50 cents. Yeah, they're not optimal, but you know, we could potentially use some of these things for trading with the merchant, which, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. Plastic Tupperware, clean bottles of water. And I think we need to get through that door in order to get to the roof. We're going to have to smash, but not with the baseball bat. We want to construct a crowbar, so we have prying, which will let us take apart the solar panel. So we're looking for simple again. Deconstruct simple furniture. No, we're looking for deconstruct furniture, which requires prying of 1, which is what we need the crowbar for. So let's wield that stick again, I suppose. It's got better bashing than a lot of the stuff we're dealing with, so... And it doesn't really matter which one we smash. We're looking for a pipe. These don't drop pipes, if I remember right. So maybe we can't make a makeshift crowbar. That would be very bad. We can check the basement. Something down here might be something we could potentially smash for a pipe. I don't think toilets give pipes. I think they give copper tubing. And I think the sinks also don't give pipes. So no pipes there yet. Copper tubing. We definitely want the first aid kit. I'm glad that didn't get destroyed in my smashing. I think they can be. Paraffin wax. I know people say you need wax for stuff. I don't know what for, but we'll continue smashing. Maybe we get a pipe. I don't think we will. We get pipe fittings. That's not going to help us. Let's get rid of that stamina sound. So what do we do for a pipe here? I genuinely don't know. Well, let's look and make sure there's not another first aid kit around here somewhere. There sure is. We'll take that. Washing soda, soap brush, no. So you can't smash the benches for pipes unless there's a shelving unit down here, which I don't think there is. There might be something on the roof we could smash for pipes, but we might just not be able to get this. What we could do is just go loot the town like we were planning, and then come back here before we leave and grab the solar panel. Protein ration hidden. No, that wouldn't be anything else. Okay, so we don't have a pipe. Is there anything else we can use to craft the makeshift crowbar? Nope, just a pipe. Okay, well, that's problematic. I don't think smashing the terminal will do anything. We could get the mission to find the refugee center, but we've already done that, obviously. Let's try to break down this door. Maybe we could smash the ladder, but you know, that seems kind of counterproductive when we need the ladder to get up there. All right, well, let's climb up here. Nope, none of this is going to have a pipe. Okay, smashing the downspout also probably not going to give us a pipe. What is this? A matchbook? Sure, thanks so much. Standing tank, I think we can deconstruct this, but it's enormous. We're never going to be able to take that back with us. What is this thing? What are these called? It's a roof turbine vent, or turbine, depending on the person you ask. Most commonly used for improving air circulation. Maybe gives a pipe? Nope, just some metal. Yeah, I sort of expected that. We'll take the scrap metal. I mean, I guess we could smash the ladder up here and climb up using the downspout. That seems dumb. We'll just come back. God, I hope I remember to come back. I don't think these can give pipes. We'll smash the rest of the lockers just to check, but I really don't think they give pipes anymore. Oh, they gave a pipe. Oh, great. Okay, so I thought that was removed, but I think what I'm thinking of is the chunk of steel, I think is now what is like a 50-50. Okay, so never mind. So let's do this now. Crowbar. Shouldn't take very long, 5 minutes. We have already ticked through a few of our warp pulses, by the way. If we have a look in the bottom right, we're actually down to 3 pulses already. It's 16:30. Bro, where did all of our time go? We're not going to have time to do anything. Remember, we were here, it was 1500, and we said around 1700 we're going to run out. And then all we did was drive up here, grab the cube van, and drive back down here. Did I craft something that took a long time? I mean, we did clear the farmhouse. That took, you know, adds a little bit of time. I'm like out of time already. 16:30. We have like 25 minutes until we have to extract. Maybe we skip the town loot. We have to, I mean, we can't loot. We have to go right to the materials gathering, which is what we ultimately, you know, really wanted to do. We wanted to get planks and wood panels and stuff like that and put it in the lumberjack bag and sticks and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's all we do this run. That's unfortunate. I feel like we have to go to the refugee center. I feel like we have to trade because there's so much value there and we don't really remember. I mean, I guess I could look at my old footage and see what they would have on sale and see if there's anything worth going back to, but deconstruct furniture takes 3.5 minutes. Yeah, we're burning more time than I sort of expected here. We're going to take the solar panel, we're going to wield that, we're going to carry that down and put that in a vehicle, because that'll be the thing we wield as we head back through extraction this time around. Man, we really burned through all of our time, huh? I don't even know what I did that wasted a bunch of time. Okay, let's drop some of this stuff. Man, because even dropping stuff takes time, and then we would just pick it back up when we go to like the merchant. Okay, so let's think. Do we just want to grab planks and stuff and head out to extract? Do we really want to travel back? It just seems like, I mean, it would take me 20 minutes to get over there and back. Maybe we just loot the evac shelter for materials and the forest for materials to craft with, and we head back. It's so little time. And of course we can stay out because we know the area is mostly clear. We could stay out past our warp pulse, but since they're only 15-minute increments now, that means we would start disintegrating very quickly. I don't remember how many pulses past extract that we can go before we start to literally dissolve. Okay, let's grab some planks and stuff. We've already smashed some things that we will be able to put in our bag. Maybe we didn't. I thought we did. Downstairs, I guess we did. So let's go downstairs, see what wood materials, or no, it was just the door. That's the only thing we smashed that was wood. Okay, so let's grab the plank and the splintered wood, and then let's make sure they're being inserted into this pack. Open. Splintered wood plank stick, yes. Let's just smash for more planks and stuff. Oh, I'm not wielding anything. It put my stick in that bag. So let's wield the stick. Smash. Grab the planks, the splintered wood. We would really like some wood panels as well. I don't think those counters give wood panels. But it's, you know, it would be something nonetheless. So we're just going to gather wood, I guess. What a boring expedition. I mean, I guess it's really good that we got the cube van, so we can just take back a lot of the valued items that we looted previously and never had the opportunity to take with us. But most of the high value stuff we already took, so it's not like there's a ton of value coming out of this raid, basically. And I don't know how long we can fill this before it's like, oh, you can't have any more planks in this bag. And we would like to try and get a wood panel in here if we could. I think it does accept nails as well, I think. Does the bag accept nails? Let's get rid of that stamina sound. You can deconstruct this for a full refund. I mean, it doesn't matter really, right? Because they're nails. It's not like it's a hugely voluminous thing. Electric lantern's pretty good. 3 first aid kits. I'm glad we came over here because I might not have seen any of this stuff. We're gonna grab basically all of that. 22 wrappers. That's gonna be a little too much. We're not gonna take that with us. Our weight, we're already overweight and we're not even carrying. What are we carrying that's putting us overweight? Is it the backpack? Drop this. No, that's only 2 pounds. So what am I even carrying that's heavy? I mean, I guess just a ton of stuff, right? We should eat our fill while we're here. Eat those cucumber sandwiches. Actually, they're too low in calories. Let's eat one of the protein rations that's terrible to get a big boost of calories. We can eat the cucumber sandwich and have some water. We're turgid. Turgid, I assume is how you say that, I believe. And we're already way overweight considering we're not really carrying that much stuff. So I don't know about 20 more protein rations. I guess we'll take what we can. So if we deconstruct this, it'll take a long time, right? 3 minutes. Let's try deconstructing one, see if we can get at least a wood panel. We could. And we want the wood panel. Again, most of this stuff is because we want to craft furniture or construct furniture back at our base. Since we know the mouth of the island will take care of our basic shelter, we don't have to worry about building walls anymore, but we're still going to want furniture. We would like to build that mattress into a proper bed. We're going to want shelves or stuff like that. And again, we need firewood as well. So we might as well take all of this stuff. I have not been picking. Oh, you can get panels from smashing, so that's something. We want to make sure we pick up the nails as well, just so we have stuff to craft with. And yeah, I guess this is just a materials run at this point, which is pretty boring to be honest, but we'll take what we can get. We want to maximize our use of the bag anyway, because at the end of the day, we're going to be deconstructing this bag for warp shards to get those refunded, so it's just gonna if we don't use it now, we're never going to use it. Probably the large rocks, now that I think about it, are what's adding that weight. They're 34 pounds a piece. Yeah, that'll do it. So that's 70 pounds right there. So that's why we're overweight. I didn't even think about that. We have some large rocks back at base, but we do kind of want to carry one with us when we extract, because I don't know if we have enough or if we just have some of them. Oh, goosebumps cover your skin as warp pulse passes through you. You're only 1 pulse from your deadline. We have 1 timer left. I don't even know what else we would do here. We wasted the whole... It feels like such a waste, but I guess it's not because of the cube van. The cube van makes it a valuable expedition. All that extra loot. So we'll just keep gathering wood for like another 10 minutes or whatever, I guess, and we'll head off to extraction. Probably don't need all this scrap metal either, but I've been trying to pick up things so I don't miss nails as I'm doing this, basically. So let's just do a quick pass, make sure we didn't lose any like nails or anything, and I guess we have to clear our filter. Yep, so I guess we're just gonna hit the road here. Let's do that. And we're gonna head to that extraction point. Now the only issue I can think of is if we get there and we have to sift through our loot, and then there is that zombie horde there, we might have to lead them away, because picking up all those items is going to take a fair bit of time to put them all in our backpack and things like that. Honestly, even just sifting through them is going to take me like a long amount of real time. Obviously not a huge issue in terms of like missing extraction, but the time it takes me to loot them also will be pretty time consuming. So we see something over here. Is this it? Sure is. And this time we're going to rip up the carpet if we have time. Reach one of the exit points. Mission completed successfully. Doesn't look like we got any warp shards for that. So I'm not sure how you even get warp shards early in the game, because remember, we have to unlock the next tier of missions in order to get those missions, and without those missions we can't get warp shards. I'm assuming in the beginning you just don't get any. and you have to earn them by upgrading first and then doing it. So let's pull up here. We would like to rip the carpet out of this because remember we talked about carpet armor, and there is carpet here. So can I deconstruct this? Let's try that. And we got red carpet, which doesn't fit in any pocket. How big is it? 7.5 liters, 15 pounds. I don't know if we can take this all back with us, but we definitely don't have time to craft at this point any of the carpet armors. It only costs 1 per item, so we would only need 3 of them in order to make all of them, but we're not making all of them. We only really want to make 1 or 2, and we don't have enough thread. We would have to harvest thread in a future expedition to craft them, I guess. I think we got a sewing kit in the last episode, but probably not nearly enough to do all. No, we have long strings, I think. So I do think we'll try to take some carpet with us, but I'm going to be honest with you, Internet, my family just got home. He's coughing up a storm, so I think we're going to call the episode here. In the next episode, I'll pick up a lot of stuff kind of off camera, and then we'll just review what all I've picked up and to take with us. That way you're not watching me fumble through, just like last time. I'll pick everything up kind of off screen and we'll recap. So everyone, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I, of course, will be back in the near future with similar content to this. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.